the calm before the storm. They say history repeats itself. But this time, it's different. Because what's coming isn't just another recession, another crisis, or another market crash. It's a once-in-a-lifetime economic reset. A moment that will change how the world earns, saves, and survives. And the question is simple. Will you be ready when the system resets? Look around. The signs are everywhere. Prices rising, jobs disappearing, AI replacing humans, banks closing branches, and governments printing more money than ever before. People think things will go back to normal. But what if that normal is never coming back? The truth is, the world is quietly preparing for something big, something that most people will only understand after it happens. You can feel it in your bones, can't you? That uneasy feeling that something's shifting. It's not fear, it's awareness. It's your instinct trying to wake you up. Let's be real. In every generation, there comes a moment that separates the people who adapt from the people who collapse. In 1929, it was the Great Depression. In 2008, it was the financial crisis. And now, in this decade, it's happening again. Only this time, faster, bigger, and global. The system we grew up believing in, the dollar, the banks, the jobs, the safe investments, they're all changing shape. Money is going digital. Jobs are going virtual. Wealth is shifting hands. Not disappearing, just moving. And those who understand this shift will rise, while others will keep asking, what happened to my money? But here's the truth. No one tells you. Every economic reset is not just a collapse, it's also a rebirth. It's the death of one system and the birth of another. When old ways fall, new opportunities rise. When old money fades, new wealth is born. Look back at history. Every crisis created millionaires, and every collapse built new leaders. The Great Depression created industrial giants. The 2008 crisis gave birth to billion-dollar startups. And this coming reset will create the next generation of creators, investors, and thinkers. But only for those who are awake. Only for those who see it before it hits. Right now, you have two choices. You can scroll, complain, and wait for the government to fix your problems. Or you can prepare yourself, mentally, emotionally, and financially, to stand tall when the storm hits. The people who win during a reset are not the richest. They are the smartest, calmest, and most adaptable. So start learning, start observing, start building skills that can't be replaced by machines or taken away by inflation. Because the future won't belong to the ones who had money. It will belong to the ones who understood money. Let me tell you something powerful. The real currency of the new world won't be dollars or gold. It will be knowledge, adaptability, and courage. Because when everything resets, your education, your network, and your mindset will decide your value. You can already see it. Ordinary people making money online, small creators building global brands, and smart investors multiplying wealth through digital tools. The new economy has already started, quietly, in the background. But most people are asleep. They're still stuck in old thinking. Get a degree, get a job, save in the bank. That worked once, but not anymore. Because the bank doesn't reward saving. It rewards debt. And the job doesn't secure your future. It secures someone else's. The reset is not just about money. It's about mindset. It's about shifting from being a follower to becoming a thinker. From being a consumer to being a creator. From saying, I hope things get better, to saying, I'll make things better. And listen, don't let fear control you. Yes, the reset is real. Yes, things will change. But panic helps no one. Awareness and action. That's what makes you powerful. Remember this. When everyone else is worried about what if, the winners are focused on what now. So ask yourself tonight, am I ready for this new world? Do I understand where my time, energy, and money are going? Do I have skills that will matter 5 years from now? Because those who prepare now quietly, patiently, will lead when the dust settles. This is not the time to complain. This is the time to learn, to invest, to adapt. Because a once-in-a-lifetime reset doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to test you. It's asking, are you strong enough to evolve? If this message hit you, don't scroll away. Comment, I'm ready for the reset. If you're one of those who refuse to sleep through history. Part 2. The hidden hands behind the reset. They say money makes the world go round. But have you ever stopped and asked, who controls the money? Because the truth is, most people live their whole lives working for a system they don't even understand. And that system is now being rewritten. Quietly, powerfully, and permanently. When you hear the word reset, it sounds scary. But it's not magic, it's control. Every few decades, the powerful few change the rules of the game. They change how money works, who gets it, and how it flows. And the rest of the world just adapts. In 1944, they created the Bretton Woods system, giving the US dollar global power. In 1971, they ended the gold standard, turning paper into power. In 2008, they bailed out the banks, while millions lost their homes. And now, in this decade, the next big reset is coming: digital money, AI economies, and centralized control. You see, this isn't about conspiracy, it's about patterns. Every generation faces a major shift that tests who's awake and who's asleep. The rich don't panic during crises. They prepare. They move their assets, they change strategies, they build systems, while others argue on social media. You and I can't control what governments do, but we can control how we respond. Because the people who survive resets are not the loudest, they're the wisest. Let's talk about the biggest shift happening right now: the movement from physical to digital. Cash is disappearing. Everything is moving online. Your income, your savings, your identity. And while this gives opportunity to many, it also gives power to a few. Soon, the economy won't just be about dollars. It'll be about data. What you buy, where you go, what you search. All of it will define your access, your credit, your worth. Scary? Maybe. But powerful, if you understand it. Because when you understand the new rules, you can play the new game. Let me tell you something real. In every crisis, there are 3 types of people. The sleeping majority, they wait for things to get better. The complaining crowd, they blame the system but never change themselves. The awake few, they adapt, learn, and take action. Which one are you? If you're listening to this video, chances are you already feel what's coming. You know that something deep inside this system is shaking. But here's the good news. Awareness is your first weapon. Because once you can see the system, you can step outside of it. The new world won't reward degrees. It will reward skills. It won't reward time. It will reward value. And it won't reward noise. It will reward solutions. That's why people who build online businesses, learn digital tools, invest in themselves, and create something real. They're already ahead. They're not waiting for permission. They're building freedom. You can do it too. No one said you need millions to start. All you need is awareness, courage, and consistency. Let's talk about something important. In every reset, fear becomes the most traded currency. Media will push panic. Markets will shake. People will run to safe options, not realizing that real safety lies in self-education. When everyone else is shouting, the world is ending. The wise ones whisper, the world is beginning again. Because that's what a reset really is, a new beginning. Think about it. When the old world fades, something new takes its place. Old companies collapse, but new startups rise. Old jobs vanish, but new careers are born. Old money loses value, but new wealth is created in the blink of an eye. So if the system is being rewritten, don't be scared. Learn the new language. If the world is moving digital, learn digital skills. If money is going online, understand crypto, blockchain, and AI tools. If jobs are changing, learn to build income that doesn't depend on someone's salary sheet. This is not about getting rich overnight. It's about staying relevant forever. Every generation faces a turning point. Ours is now, and this reset isn't a punishment. It's a test of awareness, intelligence, and courage. So instead of saying, "The system is unfair," say, "The system is changing, and I'm learning the new rules." That's how winners think. That's how survivors evolve. Because you can't stop the storm, but you can build a ship that survives it. And your ship is built from 3 things. Knowledge. Learn what's happening. Action. Apply what you learn.
If you love this, support the channel.
Discipline. Keep going even when it's hard. You don't need to be rich to win this reset. You just need to be awake. If you're still watching this, it means you're one of the awake few. Comment, "I'm awake and ready" below. Let's see how many of us are prepared to face this new world. Part 3. How the reset will change your everyday life. It's not coming someday. It's already here, quietly reshaping your life while you scroll, work, and sleep. The once-in-a-lifetime economic reset isn't a future event. It's happening now, and most people don't even see it because it doesn't announce itself with explosions. It comes disguised as convenience. Think about it. Cashless payments, AI tools replacing employees, everything becoming subscription-based, from entertainment to education. At first, it feels easier, but slowly, everything becomes controlled, monitored, and priced. That's how change works. Not by taking things from you suddenly, but by convincing you to give them up willingly. Every choice we make now, from how we spend money to how we use the internet, is feeding this new system. And here's the truth. Those who adapt early will rise. Those who wait for the old normal will fade away. Jobs are changing faster than ever. A computer can now do what used to take 10 people. AI doesn't sleep, doesn't take breaks, and doesn't need a salary. That means millions of traditional jobs will disappear. Not because people are lazy, but because the system evolved. But here's the good news. Every time technology takes something, it gives something new. AI can replace workers, but it can't replace dreamers. It can't replace creativity, emotion, or leadership. So if you focus on skills that are human, communication, creativity, critical thinking, you'll always stay valuable. Now, let's talk about your money. Every reset changes how money works. Right now, physical cash is slowly dying. Digital wallets, online banking, and even government-controlled digital currencies are rising. Soon, everything will be traceable. Your spending, saving, even your donations. That's not to scare you, it's to prepare you. Because in a system like this, control is power. Those who understand the system will use it to grow. Those who don't will feel like it's controlling them. So what can you do? Simple. Stop depending only on one source of income. Start building digital income streams. Learn to earn through your phone, your laptop, your mind. Use the same technology that's changing the world to change your world. This reset will also change freedom. In the old world, freedom meant owning land, money, and time. In the new world, freedom will mean owning skills, audience, and data. If your skills are online, you can earn from anywhere. If you build an audience, no company can fire you. If you own your data and creativity, you own your future. The powerful ones of tomorrow will not be kings or politicians. They'll be creators, thinkers, and problem solvers who know how to move fast in a digital world. But let's pause for a second. This isn't just about money or technology. It's about mindset. The reason so many people struggle during big changes is not because they're not smart. It's because they resist change. They hope the old world comes back, but it won't. And maybe that's not a bad thing, because the old world was built on control, on debt, on keeping you busy enough to never question the system. The reset is your chance to break that cycle, to finally build a life on your terms. So start asking new questions. What skills will still matter 5 years from now? How can I earn without relying on one company? What am I learning today that will feed me tomorrow? These questions are your survival kit, because when the system changes, your mindset becomes your greatest investment. Here's what will really decide your future in this reset. It's not your bank balance. It's your ability to adapt. You can lose your job, your business, even your savings. But if you have knowledge, courage, and creativity, you can rebuild everything from scratch. That's why every great success story starts with a fall, because the fall wakes you up. We are entering a time where people will live two kinds of lives: those who live by design, who create their own path, and those who live by default, who let the system decide for them. So choose today. Are you waiting for instructions? Or are you writing your own rulebook? The reset isn't a punishment. It's an invitation to wake up, to rebuild, to think differently. The people who prepare now, who learn to save smart, invest smart, and earn smart, will not just survive the reset, they'll own it. So if you've been feeling something changing deep down, that inner voice telling you the world won't stay the same, listen to it. That's your instinct trying to guide you before it's too late. You don't have to be the smartest or richest person to win this game. You just have to be aware and brave enough to act. If this message made you think, then it's time to act. Comment, "I will adapt and grow," below if you're ready to rise while others wait. Part 4. Rise stronger. Be the one who adapts. Every storm ends. Every collapse gives birth to something new. And every reset creates a new generation of winners. The question is, when this once-in-a-lifetime reset ends, will you be among the ones who lost everything, or the ones who built everything? This is not just about money. It's about mindset. Because the truth is, you can't control the economy, but you can control your attitude, your actions, and your awareness. And those three things, they're stronger than any currency in the world. You see, history always repeats, but each time it does, it gives humans one more chance to rise higher than before. The Great Depression made survivors smarter. The 2008 crisis made a new generation of entrepreneurs. And this coming reset, it will create the most aware and resilient people the world has ever seen. But only if you choose to be one of them. Let's be honest. The world you knew, the jobs, the money, the safe plans, is fading. And that's okay, because it's giving birth to something better. A world where your creativity matters more than your degree, where your ideas matter more than your position, where your ability to learn fast means more than your past. The old world rewarded obedience. The new world will reward adaptability. So, how do you prepare yourself for this reset? Not by fear, but by building power inside you. Let me break it down for you. Simple and real. 1. Prepare mentally. Stop watching the world fall apart. Start understanding why. The more you learn, the less you fear. Read about money. Watch how technology is changing. Don't fill your mind with panic. Fill it with clarity. Your brain is your best investment. Protect it. 2. Prepare financially. Start where you are. Save what you can, even if it's small. But more importantly, learn how to grow it. Learn digital income, freelancing, e-commerce, content creation, anything that helps you earn without depending on one source. Don't say, "I'll start later." Start now, because later might be too late. 3. Prepare spiritually. Because no matter how smart or rich you become, if your heart is weak, you'll break in hard times. Stay grounded. Be grateful. Remember, everything you earn is temporary, but what you learn and give stays forever. The reset isn't just cleaning economies, it's cleaning souls. It's reminding us what truly matters: faith, courage, discipline, and honesty. And listen carefully. During times like this, people will try to pull you down. They'll say, "You're overthinking," or "You're wasting time online." Ignore the noise, because the ones who doubt you today will call you lucky tomorrow. Stay humble, but stay firm. Your focus is your weapon. You don't need to be the richest. You just need to be the most awake. And you don't need to know everything. You just need to keep learning something every single day. That's how you win resets. By growing when others are waiting. The truth is, the reset is not a monster. It's a mirror. It shows you what you've ignored. It shows you what's weak and gives you a chance to rebuild it stronger. It's the world saying, "Here's your test. Show me what you've learned." You have two choices right now. You can live in fear and say, "What if everything collapses?" Or you can stand tall and say, "Even if everything collapses, I will rebuild." Because you are stronger than this system. You are more powerful than the situation. And no reset can break a human who refuses to give up. Let me tell you something. The world doesn't need more followers. It needs more leaders. It needs people like you, who can stay calm when others panic, who can think clear when others are afraid, who can take small steps when others stop moving. That's how revolutions begin. Not with power, but with awareness. And if you ever doubt yourself, just remember this. Every great name in history rose from chaos. Every strong person you admire once faced fear. And every successful soul you see today once stood exactly where you are. Confused, scared, but determined to rise. This is your time, your test, your reset. Don't waste it. Don't wait for someone to save you. Become your own savior. Through learning, through working, through growing. Because in the new world that's coming, the most valuable thing you can own is yourself. If this message touched you, don't just scroll. Comment below. I'm ready for the new world. And let's see how many people are awake and preparing. Share this video with someone who still believes things will go back to normal. Because they deserve to wake up too. And remember, the reset isn't the end. It's your new beginning. Stay aware. Stay focused. Stay free. Subscribe for more motivational truths and real awareness messages. Because this is your time to rise.
We will meet again in the next video.